Hello future tech leaders, I'm Sindhuja. Based on my own experience, I know that learning the right skills can shape our future. What if I say learning was as thrilled as the tech world itself? There we go. A cloud foundation, that's exactly what you will experience. From day one, you will be immersed in the interactive sessions and expert-led courses that covers most of the widely used technologies in the zone of data science to cloud computing, which brings more light to the life of a techie. I'm so excited to help you and unlock the true potential of a technology. Well, then why to wait? Let's see what it unfolds.
Users and user profiles, roles and all the details of users. Just want to make sure everybody understood this. If, then I will be moving to the topic. Everybody understood this. Permission says profiles, users, roles. Profiles plays major role while creating the users as well as while assigning the users. The process will be like this. Whenever you are creating users, something like that, it is must. You should have assigned the user the exact profile. Without that, if you did anything, then I mean the user could be having different process of identifying the things and that could not help the user to log in with the credentials which he could. That's why we need to be very mature. What are the accesses that needs to be given to that particular user? And you need to understand before creating that user. And one more thing is, as I said, like this, whose responsibility is creating user who will take care of the users. Admin will be taking care of the users. Admin will be taking care of the users. When admin takes care of the users, he will be having needed information that need to be passed to him. How to create and what to create and who is the users and all the profiles that is given by business scenarios. Business analysts and the people who were leading the organization or leading the process, they should give proper information or inputs to the admin. That admin can able to create all this information. Now I'm just done with manage users. In that users, these are all the things which we have covered. Like going with the users and users list. Just switching to information of company profile. Company profile plays a very major role where the whole organization will be dependent on company profile. What exactly the user is giving and based on which parameters user need to access. All the information about the org, about this org, nothing but about this organization, about this application. User gives all. Whatever the information that required to the user and required to the company also depends on this company profile only. Where I can able to show you in both this. In Lightning as well as. This is company information, company settings. This is called as company settings. Business hours, calendars, this all company settings. You can see this. Business hours and calendar settings, public calendar and resources, company information, fiscal year, holidays, and all the details would be shown here. One of them is company information. Here, what is that? You can able to see that this is company information. I just clicked it. This is the user's primary contact and where the user will be having all his information with organization details, which is the org edition of this user and how many users are allocated to this org and how many are still awaiting. All the details are happened here with user licenses. These licenses are given by Salesforce. Salesforce platform, authentication website, authenticated website, high volume customer portal. These are all different uses that will be given by Salesforce. If we are in developer edition, in this you can able to access all these licenses by Salesforce given by Salesforce. What is the status of this each and every? User licenses will be provided here with total licenses, how many used licenses and remaining licenses expiration date. If I do have anything for this org, it means that this org, this is the organization name and this is the primary contact and where he has to come from. What is the details of that? Everything is dependent on the company information. And where exactly the details? All the information will be provided. Co-corporate currency and his user data storage and space, and what is that used for everything. All the information will be stored here with his API. I request. And when he is streaming all the information, whatever the company requires, all the information will be provided here. These are all set of licenses were provided by Salesforce. Permission set licenses. These are extra licenses provided by Salesforce, where these are all used for orders, platform sales console user. These are all different permission sets where we are adding for existing user licenses. Then feature licenses. These are feature licenses where it is called as feature type of licenses, which are provided by Salesforce. These are all like company information where the whole details of the company will be provided under company information. If you could quickly log in into your orgs and also check it out, only might be this could be changed. But as hopefully this, you might have different licenses based on your edition. Can you check this organization edition? Sorry, sir. Can you quickly check this organization edition 1 second? Professional edition system. You can see professional edition here. Can you check the licenses also? Do you have any other changes from here? Whatever you are seeing and the US licenses we have only 4. User license, you are having 4 user licenses. They are like a Salesforce identity and the charter external. Salesforce platform identity. Charter free. Charter external. Might be this one. Charter, external charter, free identify and Salesforce. Identity Salesforce platform. How many licenses it is demanding now for you? Remaining licenses are Salesforce. It is 3 and all are 500 because since we have identity and charter are 500, 5000. You can see even permission set licenses. Permission set licenses. You might be having different or the same. It is different. What are they? Here Serum user is disabled and sales control user, sales user and standard Einstein activity capture user. You are having different permission sets. I am having one too. You are having different as well feature licenses also. Same as might be a chance of different. This is organization where you are going with company information. Now, next one is like managed currencies. Non-managed currencies I can put like fiscal year. Fiscal year is nothing, but I can able to put like this. Fiscal year I can able to give like financial year. What is the financial year when it starts in India for us? March, April 1st. April is April or March? March or April. Or fiscal year, financial year. April 1st to March. It starts with April and ends in March. April to March. In some countries, they may start with January and ends with December. That depends. That depends on the country to country. They have provided organization fiscal year has been having with this custom and standard. Standard is standard they used to give. If you are having any information that needs to be updated according to your fiscal year, you can do it. By clicking here, you can able to do it from January to December and click on what is the start month. Once you start this, it automatically calculates your fiscal year and show all the details which are required on this fiscal year. This will be the one of the major things to calculate your reports. Reports forecast. You can able to identify with like this, like when is 2022 or 2023. Based on that information, this will be given. This will be calculated. I can able to tell exactly. This is a fiscal year. We used to call as financial year, could be called as fiscal year. That fiscal year will be starting from and month and ends with. Though that is like you can able to put like the starting month and ending based on your requirement, you can take it. Then after fiscal year business hours, what is the business hours? Hours of the users will be given here. It is there where you can able to create the business hours according to the customer activities based on customer information and customer inputs. It will reflect on the organization. This is organization business hours. I have given like my business hours starts from 9 am to 6. That I have updated here and it will be taken granted as a default business year and default time zone. Default business year and default time zone will be considered based on the business hours whichever you are having here. In as is like you can able to edit here and do the details here based on your time zone. Everything will be calculated. You can able to set like this. If it is for 24 hours, you can able to select for 24 hours. If you are working on Sundays as well. If you're not working on Sundays, you can able just leave it Saturdays and Sundays. My day will be starting from 9 am, that is on Monday. From Monday to Friday 9 am to 6 pm. And even then you are having an option of updating your hours. There you can able to give and change. One day you might be coming at 9 o'clock, but another date it will be around 8 o'clock. Depends on how you customize your whole information will be applied in your organization. This is a business as where this whole org will be defaulted. Here you will be getting all this Monday. These are all business hours that will be calculated default business hours also. You can mention it and enable it. If you don't want, you can able to remove it according to your choice. Then another one is like holidays. In this I have just added like April 8th and Ugadi. That is where I have added and that could be even changed. You can able to add holidays here until you have to create holidays because you should have that holidays list of holidays. If you want to have, you can able to create that by clicking here create new holiday, or you can able to click here that is with holidays. I will just show you that. Create a new holiday. Create new holiday. When was it, Diwali? Diwali when it is on 24th. If there are any recurring holidays, you can able to put as is. If not, you can able to just save. You can see that Diwali here, which is already in its selected holidays. Save it. Once you save, that will be displayed here. When is it? And everything will be updated and your calendar also will be updated accordingly. You can do that by business hours adding. New business hours can be added, and even then you can able to add your holidays by clicking here with the add button. If not, you can have to go to holidays and create your holidays here and add that there. This is the way where you are adding your holidays with your business hours. Next one is language settings. Language settings is the information where you will be having authentication to set your languages. Set your languages throughout the organization. It is like you can able to enable your end user languages. These, when you try to enable this automatically, you get all the information of the languages which are available. What it do? It asks end user to change your language, where you can able to change your language according to the languages which are already set up. Based on this end user languages, where you can able to add with the available languages. It displays all the information in the same, whatever in organization. Whatever you see depends on the languages where you select. Based on that, if you select the language here, it automatically applies to the organization and to the application as well. Application, organization, both are same. When you are going to select your language, according to that, the whole display changes. In this language, it inculcates the language and it shows that this organization, in this complete organization, will be handled with this language only. If you want to try, you can try it, but make sure that you are coming back again. Where you want to go and how you want to go again. You want to check all this And if you want to try, you can try this. It is there even enable platform languages also. There are different types of platform languages where you can select according to your requirements with the available languages. These are all available languages. Based on that available language, you can select and apply it. This is the way in which it happens. This is where it goes with language settings. Next to data protection and security, nothing but privacy. Here, what happens is to give access to data, production, privacy details in lead contact, and personal account records. The individual object stores details about data production and privacy preferences. That way, you can respect your customers' wishes for how you handle their personal data. What happens is it completely stores and makes the privacy of your customers' data in adding with lead contact account information in your layout. Completely depends on your checking out. It will not show more or less, but it is just because to make sure the same person or the customer, whatever you are having, you are storing the data according to it. But it nowhere influences and the data will be always secured and protected in Salesforce. Always secured and protected in Salesforce. Once it is, if you enable it or you disable it, it doesn't matter. But Salesforce by default, it gives access for data protection. Your lead contacts and personal account details that will be on all the records will be handled as such. No worries about data production. Don't worry about that data production. This is where the whole company profile is created. And I forgot this, like managed currencies. This is where you can able to manage your currencies according to your customized. Nothing, but if you want to change any of your currency data, because if you see my organization in my org, I'm having the currency as Indian rupee. What happens then? In my whole organization, I can able to see Indian rupees only. The currency will be by defaulted. It will be Indian rupees only. But if you want to change any currencies according to yours or users details or something like that, you can able to change your currencies by activating or by editing or by creating new. These are all like currency, where it by default taken care by Salesforce which you choose. Based on your choice. This whole application will follow with this currency. If you want to get it, you can able to click that new currency and go with the account currency type. You can find all the list of currencies here which are useful in used in all over the world. That currencies will be displayed here and by defaulted. Once you can able to select one currency, you can give currency conversion rate also. To currency conversion rate which is need to be taken, it should have one default currency. Yes, no anybody? To change the conversion rate, there should be some defaulted currency also. That defaulted currency Salesforce provides with dollar. Defaulted currency, whichever provided by Salesforce, will be always in dollars. But when you change that, that could be happen according to your requirement. You are customizing it. Whenever you are giving, you can able to change the conversion rate and decimal places. We used to have like 0.1 points or 0.1. Based on that, you can able to define that. And once you define it, it automatically updates the whole information here. I have given this many. I can able to put it. This is the way where you can able to get all this information. You can able to edit or deactivate the whole process. Here, when you click on edit, that gives the information of your personal decimal places where it has to replicate. Based on your decimal places, as we see in the last, where you can able to create new. It depends on all this information. This is completely a currency manage. If you want to change your corporate, also for corporate, you can able to get like this when you click on this. This is Indian rupee and new corporate currency will be whatever you likes. You select accordingly. I don't want to select any other. Let it be as Indian rupee. I just kept it and coming out. This is the way you can able to go with the corporate currencies also. But suggestible is the default value, that is Indian rupee. I mean making sure that you can able to have with your defaulted value as US dollar also and UK pounds according to your requirements. This is completely this company profile which handles the company information, fiscal year manage hours, that is manage currency, business hours, holidays, language settings, and all the information will be derived in company information. This is what the whole details of company. One thing is you can try your adding new currencies and try your language settings. But be sure you are getting back on the same path. Try for giving that to a user. Language settings. Try for giving that to a user. When you check the user here, the users try it. I'm just giving a hint for you. If it is a user, where is that user? I can able to access. For that user, you can able to change your language settings. Try it too, what happens and how you can able to see and what is that language settings is changing. Everything you will all the details with the locally. This you can try it and see when you log in with that user. Log in with that user and check. That completely depends on the 111 test. You just try it, but make sure you are giving only other than system administrator. It should be other than system administrator and that user should be other than system administrator. What I said, it makes sense. That is what where you need to have with company profiles. And frankly speaking, friends, whatever the information here, we are not using all this in your day-to-day activities in our companies or nothing. It completely protects the only required information. We will be accessing it and we will be working on it as well. Not all the things here, but generally we can able to discuss what exactly it is. See, if you see this everything we will not be working on until unless limited one. It is like single sign on that is called as SO. Single sign on. Audit view, setup audit trial. Authentication providers. Network access. Health check is nowhere used and field accessibility. Policies and password policies. And these are all the information that is used for security controls. I can't tell like this. Everything we used to use in every day. No, they have given an option. Salesforce has given an option, but depends on your customers. How you are checking this? According to the customer's data and customer's wish. You can able to have all these security controls. And even security controls could be changed also. I'm not sure. But based on your addition to addition, I'm not sure with how exactly security controls and the features, whatever they define by Salesforce, that could be changed again. As of now, this is like security controls, which we use only the major things like policies. First one, field sharing settings, field accessibilities, password policies, and single sign-on, as I said, like these are all the major things. I will be giving all that information, each and everything. That will be helpful for you. And finally, do not forget to like, share and subscribe to our channel.